Hello, everyone. We're back again.
Hey.
Today, we want to do a review on the restaurant we went to. We visited Kephra's Raw Juice Bar in Washington, D.C. We got an opportunity to meet Kephra himself and also taste a variety of different foods they have to offer. The food was excellent. We got the sampler platters, which was all the sides and the main dish. It was all types of different vegetables, all different concoctions of salads, burgers, different things. All different type of unique curations, things I never had before, and it was well put together.
Yeah, I definitely was excited because, and it was actually a reasonable price. The pricing is reasonable for the amount of food that you got. I actually had leftovers, and it was very delicious. I kept it real simple. I got like the nori wrap, which had like avocado, just like the typical like wrap, which is a nori. For those who don't know what nori is, it is seaweed, but I had that and I had all the sides. And my favorite was the um um the buffalo cauliflower. That was really good. And it was spicy. But one thing I noticed that would have been perfect with like romaine. I had went and got I took some home too and I put it on romaine like a bed of lettuce, lettuce romaine, and it was good. Another one of my favorites was I'm trying to think. I think that was one of. I think I like the seaweed salad. That was really good. That was with seaweed. I think it had some kind of leafy green and I don't remember, but it had olives in it. But I like that one too.
I like the creamy cow.
Yeah, I
That was
like the
pretty
creamy
good.
corn.
That was pretty good as well.
I like the creamy kale. He has a variety of stuff there, and the thing I like about that restaurant is that I mean it's a juice bar slash restaurant, but it's also like they have like bookstores, like two businesses in one together. So it's really awesome, and I got some books too. So I really like that because normally when you go to no matter what kind of um place you go to that's like sometimes when it's raw or vegan, it's not a spacious, but that place had a lot of space because it was they're sharing space. So I really liked it. And he's really cool. Kemper is really cool or whatever. He seemed real laid back or whatever. But is there anything else you want to say, like your favorite?
Yeah, and also another thing that was good was the plantain. It was like a plantain avocado pie. It was also my main course. That was really good. I never had anything like that. It was creamy and a little sweet, a little bit of sweet in there, which is always a good mix. Sweet, creamy, so a little bit salty.
I'm trying to think of what other. That was a lot, and I also post the link to our Tumblr where it shows like the food that we had. And they also have like a fresh juices too. At Kepra's. So I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind doing it again
Yeah,
at all. We know we went all the way to DC to try it out, so I definitely was happy about it. But one thing I will say is that with eating out, um, the taste is so different. Like it's gourmet raw, prepared a certain way. It's more extravagant, more a lot of seasonings and things like that. And one thing that I can say is that um, the seasonings is way more like when you haven't eaten out in a long time, you could definitely tell the difference when you go out to eat and when you eat in your own home cooked meals. And I know that for Hamilton and I, we definitely tasted when we had a salad the next day. It tasted way different.
yeah.
Like, what did you think?
I mean, the salad the next day after we had eaten out. When we haven't eaten out so long, the salad was like so amazing. It was just like very simple. You
Hmm.
could taste all the flavors. It was like, damn, did our salads always taste like this? It was like amazing, like amazing salad.
Yeah, and then we kind of now we see what people mean when taste salad that we've made, and they're just like, "Wow, this tastes so good. It feels good," or whatever like that. It was just a difference, or whatever. Because we personally, we haven't really been eating out, like, cause I was on a fast from December, like for December for the winter equinox, And then in January, I broke my fast the first full week. I broke my fast in January. And then I haven't eaten out since like we went to Harlem in like October. And then we went to a local vegan place, and we shared like a small wrap and a juice. And that was in January, but that was it. And that wasn't even intentional or whatever. But I haven't really eaten out for real since October. And so this was very different. And and one thing I noticed is that I get full real quick when I'm eating like a whole bunch of that gourmet raw. So I definitely pace myself, because when you're getting all those different flavors, it's like really, his food is really good. It's really flavored or whatever. I'm glad that I tried the sampler, because it gives me an idea of like the next time I go, what I want to pick out, what do I want to have as a side, or what do I want to have as a main dish or whatnot.
And another thing I think that's cool about that place is I think it's great for people who are transitioning to a vegetarian diet or a vegan
Yeah.
diet or even a raw diet, because it still has those great flavors and great seasonings that you're
Mhm.
used to, but it's a lot more healthier than the typical restaurant. So I think that's a great point about the restaurant as well. One thing I would like to see though added, I didn't, maybe they had this but I didn't. If you have an option of having a bed of kale or bed of romaine
Yeah.
for your meal, it's not necessarily getting so much of the season things, but just something to balance it all out. I would like to see that added, but everything else it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. But they probably do, and already, they probably do that to kind of, they may do that to cater to the tastes of everybody or whatever, not have it like really seasoned or whatever like that. But like I said, I enjoyed it a lot, and it's something that I would definitely do in the future. But one thing I did say after the fact was like, eating out is something I want to do every once in a while. It's not something that's a requirement, and that's different. That's different for me, because I used to enjoy going out to eat, but now I just really appreciate home cooked meals, and I appreciate when I take the time to make meals, and I appreciate when we make meals together, or when he make meals. I really appreciate it, because there's a lot of good energy that comes behind it. I like to take my time and to make sure I like to cook in a clean kitchen. I like to take my time. I like to make sure I clean the vegetables and everything off, and just take my time, because it's energy is everything, because food can be really good, but but still, if it doesn't have that right, positive, flowing energy, then you can feel it in the food. For me personally, but
And
it's
I also want to comment too. The
hmm
service, the service was really good.
oh
The
yeah,
ladies were very helpful, very
yeah,
honest to try samples. They were very kind. The line was backed up. They still handled it professionally. So I also want to compliment the team at Kephra's. The service was A1.
yes, I really did enjoy that. I really did. I really liked that, and it's a black owned restaurant to me, and that's awesome to me. And it was great service. So definitely, I'll say go to Kepra's if you haven't in DC already, and if you want to go or curious, I encourage you to definitely go if you're in the area or you're visiting, or even for a day trip if you're like not far away, if you're in Philly or New York, or
Baltimore.
Baltimore or somewhere around there. I would definitely encourage you to go. So, is there anything else you have to
No,
say?
that's it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for watching us, and you have a great evening or a great day.